welcome back to this channel of crafting, crochet and knitting. My name is Nikki and welcome to my little yarniverse. So hello, welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, you can find more in my playlists from 2020, 2021 and of course most recently 2022. And if you're enjoying the content, then make sure that you subscribe and like the video so that I know which things you like the most and I can put more of that content on this channel. So today I'm just going to make it a quick one because I know that everybody will be celebrating their bank holiday weekend. Or I say everybody, if you're in the UK, you have a bank holiday. Woohoo! So yeah, it is going to be a bit of a quick one today because I am likewise celebrating my bank holiday. We've just had some beautiful weather. The sun has just gone behind the cloud. I don't know if you could see the lighting shift in the video, but it has been absolutely beautiful. We've been out for a walk, but I'm back in now and hoping to get on with some projects. So I thought I would show you the progress I've been making on the C2C blanket and then something new that I have been making as well. So progress wise on the C2C blanket, most of it has been just making blank squares, but I finished off the planets recently and I've got those to show you. So we have Earth. So again, this was a project by Whistle and Ivy for a C2C solar system. I have added more detail or texture to the patterns, and in this case I have added some continents in green on Earth, which was originally a blue circle. So we've kind of got vaguely shaped Africa, Asia, a little hint of a little hint of Europe there, a little hint of the Americas tucked away around here, little hint of Australia. So yeah, kind of happy with how that came out. It wasn't too difficult actually. I totally thought it was going to be worse than it ended up being, but due to where I'd drawn the extra colour, it meant that the technique going corner to corner as we do, I didn't have to split my yarn very frequently to do those sections. And then I decided that even though technically speaking Pluto is not defined as a planet anymore but rather a dwarf planet, that it is such a prominent feature in my life that a spacecraft was able to get to Pluto and take images of Pluto during my lifetime that I kind of can't not include Pluto. And it's so interesting looking at pictures that were from really long time ago taken with telescopes and not getting any detail of Pluto to looking at the more up-to-date images that we have. And so with that in mind, I produced this. So go and Google pictures of Pluto, not the cartoon character, Pluto the planet, and you will see that one of its most iconic features is a lighter patch of material, whatever composite that it's made of, a lighter patch of material that is in the shape of a heart, which is so sweet, and that's what I've tried to copy into this image here. So let me know in the comments, did you Google Pluto? Did you take a look? And how do you think this came out? I quite like it. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that this is good enough to be my Pluto? So yeah, not much really other than that, because I now have to do a lot of the filler patterning. I've got to do the sun still. That's going to be a big one to get my teeth into, but mostly I just have to make sure I've got enough blank squares, that I have a few more comets. So I've made one comet, but I do need to make, I think, 2 or 3 more. And I also need to start making a little bit more progress on this rather awkward one, which is going to be a set of asteroids. So again, I think I've got to make either 3 or 4 of these total. I'm trying to change the colourway so that there are lots of different shades of grey in it. I say lots, a couple, a couple or a few, just to keep it a bit more interesting. And so yes, I've got to make lots of those as well. But I did want a break, only a small break, because I do have lots of other yarn in my stash and I do want to whittle it down. And one of the biggest things that I have is a collection of leftovers from yarn projects. So I have had to dig around, try and match some colours up, and I've decided to use what was left of the West Yorkshire Spinners Bullfinch with what I had left of just a drops in red. It's not quite a matching red. I'll show you close up in a moment by lifting the sock up. So there we have red from the yarn and red from the drops, and they are different. Hopefully you can see that on camera, but I think all in all it's not too noticeable, is it? I think they go relatively well together. So I have done the cuff, the leg and the heel turn, so there's a heel flap and turn. I'm ready to do the gusset, which is where it shapes around the angled part of your foot. It shapes around that bit which is wider than the rest of your foot or your leg, because it has to go around the diagonal. So that's the gusset. I've got that to do next. I always hate doing that because it takes absolutely ages in my mind. You've got more stitches on your needle, so it does take a little bit longer, but it just seems to go on forever. So I'll be much happier when I get to the toe. And if you watched any of my previous sock videos, you'll be aware that I don't just have this, but I do in fact also have the second. So I always work my socks up in pairs, because I don't have that much control over my gauge, and I find that if I do it one sock at a time, one sock ends up bigger than the other. So I work them together, and I have, I think that they're just Pony is the brand of double pointed needle that I have. In fact, yes, it's written on there somewhere if I can. There it is. So these are Pony, they're 2.25 millimeters, and I actually have a 20 centimeter set and a 15 centimeter set, and I'd rather have somewhere in the middle. I'd rather have like a 17 or an 18 centimeter, but in the meantime what I do is when I get to the gusset where I have more stitches on my needles, I use the longer two to pick up the heel and the stitches that are along the flap, making the gusset, and then I keep the front stitches just on the smaller ones whilst I work it, because I just find that it means I definitely don't lose any stitches in the process of doing that, and then once I get back to an even number of stitches, once I get down to my original cast on, which was 60, I distribute them small, big, and I keep going around like that. So I get a nice even spread in my gauge. I'm not tempted to stitch tighter because I'm using the longer one or the shorter one. So yeah, that's what I've done. That's what I've spent most of my week doing, really, because I did just want to start using up some of this yarn. I've wanted to for a while, and I thought, oh, I'll wait until the weather's warmer and I don't want to do big projects. And that's actually probably part of what I was probably getting a bit hot and bothered about the jumper that I was making a little while ago. I put this project down now because it was really annoying me that I couldn't get the sleeves right, but also it was a lot of material, so it was getting a bit warm. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to pick that one up again anytime soon if the weather holds up like this, because it is glorious. The only reason I'm getting away with the blankets for the solar system is because they're in little squares. So I just thought little projects like this would be better in the hotter weather. So hopefully I will be able to get through quite the collection of socks this summer. And Aragurumi, actually. I have yet to pick up an Aragurumi project, which was completely my intention as well when the weather got warmer. Maybe I need to get my book out and pick a few and ask you guys which you think I should do. yeah, maybe I need to do that. Maybe if I remember rightly, in the next video I will get my Aragorn book out and I will pick a few options and I will put it to a vote. How does that sound? But yeah, in the meantime, let me know what you think of my Pluto design and also my Earth redesign. And are you a sock maker or do you like to stick to blankets? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I will leave it there. I'll go and enjoy the rest of my bank holiday weekend. I have a nice frozen drink sat beside me, defrosting by the minute. So cheers, happy Easter, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.